Hi there, Helen from Mood Essential Oils here. Now we've talked a little bit about our goals and setting goals, and what I wanted to talk about was the role of our attention and our focus when we are working towards our goals, and also in our overall mental health and well-being. So basically, wherever we place our attention or focus, the energy will grow. So whatever you are choosing in your life to think about the most, to focus on, the energy around this will increase and it will grow stronger in our lives. And consequently, whatever we take our attention away from will also sort of disappear, disintegrate, and it won't be in our lives as much. And another point about this is that wherever we are focusing on, whatever we are putting our attention on and our awareness, our energy will go to that thing, and it will kind of join and merge with the energy surrounding that situation or that role or maybe that person. So our energy then is also kind of merging with all that stuff. So that could include people, their thoughts, their feelings, their intentions, and that's all contributing to it. So say, for example, if you go for a lovely walk in nature and you're really in the moment, you're really enjoying it, you're dead focused and peaceful, that is actually how you feel. Your mind calms, you start to feel peaceful because you've merged with that energy. If, for example, you then go into a crowd, say you go shopping to a shopping centre and you're merging with that energy, you might really enjoy the shopping, but your mind will be less peaceful. You know, your energy in general will be a bit more het up and worked up kind of thing. So one of the things I want you to do is to start looking at where you put your focus. What are you focusing on in your life the most? Do you focus on the positives, on the good things that you've actually got in your life, or do you put more of your attention on the negatives and the things that you actually don't want to have in your life? Because we are somehow programmed, it seems, to give our attention more to the negative. So the news, for example, is literally like a list of things that have gone wrong or that are not great, that haven't gone well in society, in the world. Often conversations with our friends can sometimes turn into just a sort of sharing of the hard things in our lives. Now, of course, it's really good to offload, so I'm not for a minute saying that we shouldn't be able to offload how we feel, because we do need to do that. You know, of course we do. We need to do what is necessary to resolve the situations we don't want in our lives. But then we all know there's a point then where we can let that go, and we know there's a point. So there's a point between talking about it, discussing it, doing what you need, and then just kind of wallowing in it more and constantly focusing our attention on something that isn't a great thing. So obviously at the moment it's a hard situation with the current pandemic, with the lockdown. It's very difficult for people not to discuss that. We are bombarded with news that is essentially negative, and some of that we really need to know because we need to keep ourselves safe. You know, we need to know the information that is out there. But we also then need to notice in the day, you know, try and start to notice in the day how much of your attention you also then give to something positive as well. You know, so have a little bit of a think about it in general. You know, it's a really interesting activity to do, to start to be a little bit more mindful and think, where do I place my attention? What am I thinking about? And is that what I want in my life? Do I need to think about that as much as I'm thinking about it? Do I need to discuss it as much as I discuss it? You know, does my attention want to be on something that I actually might not want to create more of in my life? Or can I spend some time placing my attention on something positive, something I'm grateful for, you know, something I want to increase in my life? And if you start to do that, your mental health can start to improve as well. Because generally thinking about positive things will help your mental health to be better in general. And when you're working on your goals as well, it's really important to focus on what you want and not be focusing on the fact that you haven't got it yet, because you're just increasing the fact that you haven't got it. So when we say we want something, but we look at all the reasons why we haven't got it, why it's taking ages, all we're doing is increasing that. So let that go, because some of it we can't control at all, so we don't need to focus on it. Just focus on the things that you choose that you want in your life, and you will see a difference.